Why Iceland kicked the US military out and then asked them back. During the Cold War, Iceland was home to a massive US military base, crucial for monitoring Soviet submarines in the North Atlantic. But in 2006, something surprising happened. Iceland told the US to leave. At Keflavik Air Base, American fighter jets and surveillance aircraft had been stationed for decades, guarding one of NATO's most strategic locations. But Iceland, a country with no military of its own, believed the Cold War was over and that US forces were no longer needed. So the government made a bold decision. They asked the Americans to pack up and go. For years, Iceland stood on its own, relying only on NATO allies for defense. But in 2014, everything changed. Russia's annexation of Crimea and increased military activity in the Arctic forced Iceland to rethink its security. Suddenly, the idea of having a US presence didn't seem so unnecessary anymore. In 2016, US forces were invited back to Keflavik, with P-8 Poseidon surveillance planes monitoring Russian submarines in the North Atlantic once again. The irony? The base they shut down is now one of NATO's most important assets. Did Iceland make a mistake kicking the US out in the first place? Or were they right to try and go without them? Let us know what you think.